Hello my planner pals and welcome back, and if you're new here then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. So today is another kind of tips and tricks type video, and we're going to talk about this. This is the Dollar Tree vinyl, and it's not great for using in your Cricut, but it can be used in your Cricut. That's what I will say about it, okay? It is thin vinyl. Now this is the patterned vinyl. It also comes in glitter. It comes in solid colors. But what I want to talk about today is how you can use this vinyl in your planners. Now, if you've been to my channel before, you will know that I have already done a spread with this, which I will show you once I find my planner. So I used that in this spread, and I just did a big strip of it here. I used some here, and I used some here, and some here. So I basically used it as patterned paper. So let's look at some other ways that you can use it. One of the interesting ways that I was thinking about that we could use this was, you think about your full page. You think about your full page, and then you go around the edge. Okay, let's do this from this way, then we can actually see what we're doing. And I'm here to provide ideas. You feel free to take those ideas and run with them. Where is my ruler? Now, obviously, you could actually do this with a paper trimmer. That would probably be a little bit easier, but for the sake of time here, I'm going to do it this way. Right, and then I'm going to cut that out. So you have a planner-sized shape of vinyl. Now, I know what you're thinking. How the heck am I going to journal onto that? How the heck am I going to put anything on that? Well, first of all, you can put your boxes straight on that and use it as a blackout spread, right? It's a floral blackout spread in this case. Or you can take your sheet of paper, just like this, like your planner sheet, and you can cut it up. You can cut it up. And then you stick this to a sheet of cardstock or the other side of your planner paper. And then, so this is the planner side. You stick that to that. And then you stick this to there. So now you've got your own patterned paper, but it's vinyl. But it's vinyl, right? So anything that you can do with patterned paper, pretty much you can do with your vinyl. So that is one way that you can use it. It can become your background paper. Okay, the other way that you can use it is how I have shown you before. You take your strip, you put it here, right at the top, you put it here, or you put it here. You can put it in any of those locations. Big strip here, big strip here, big strip here. The other thing that you can do is take this. Now I like to use my bits here and figure out, okay, let's say that I wanted to do a strip across here, or I wanted to do a strip, I have to look at that then, all across the page. And I wanted to go diagonally across the page and go that way. That might be interesting, right? So I could take it across the page diagonally like that. I mean, obviously I would have a little bit at the end there. This one's a little bit short for that. It could go across the middle. I could have a bigger band, just as I have here, not the 2.5 inch box. I could go there. I could go at the top. I could go at the bottom. Now again, I'm just doing this quickly. You would take way more time than what I'm doing, but you could go across the middle like I did right here. You could go across the top, and then you have lists, journaling, and bullets or whatever. You could go across the bottom, and you would have something then going up the page. Maybe you have boxes and they come up the page. You can put this in the sidebar, and you have them in the sidebar. You could, if you wanted to, do a thinner strip just across the middle. That might be an interesting way to do it, and then have your boxes coming out from the middle. So another thing that you can do is, rather than go across the whole of the page, maybe this side you come from the top and this side you come from the bottom, so that they're kind of opposites. If you have your little squares, you can just use them wherever. You can also stagger them and make a kind of checkerboard effect. And I'm just eyeballing these, so don't laugh when it looks a little bit weird. Yeah, that was a little bit skinny. But you can have a little checkerboard effect, and then you write in the alternating boxes, or just maybe you just do the ones at the bottom or the ones at the top. Right? Think outside the box. They don't have to be one solid sheet. They don't have to be rectangles. They can be squares, they can be circles, they can be any shape that you want. They are vinyl, right? All right, so the other thing that you can do is cut yourself a thin little strip, and then you've got washi to put in your spread. That could be, maybe you do a big banner across the top, maybe you do a banner across the bottom, and then you use your washi that way. And then you cut out your word, whatever your word is that you're doing, you cut that out and you have that here. Or you cut the word out and you have that here. This washi is thin, but for big letters, like big letters, it works perfectly fine. The only thing that you have to be careful of with this is the very fine detail, stuff, because it is kind of thin. It is kind of thin. So anything with fine detail, you're going to lose some of the detail in the cut. But for big, like alphabet letters here in the middle, absolutely perfect. And then maybe you do your alphabet letters here or on the side, and you do a little washi, and then boom, your spread is done. Then some of them, you could even come in and you cut out the flowers or whatever the design is on your vinyl. Because this will work with any vinyl. This is not just the Dollar Tree vinyl. This works with the shelf liner type stuff. It works with all kinds of vinyl. And then you use that in your spread, and you have flowers, hundreds of flowers. I mean, sure, it'll take you time to cut them out, but it's $1.25 for 48 inches. So you got a ton of flowers on there. Yeah, so there's tons of ways to use this. Think outside the box. Think about patterned paper and how you would use patterned paper, and see if you can do it with vinyl. The only thing that you really can't do with the vinyl compared to pattern paper is you can't rip it, you can't tear it. So think about everything else that you can do with pattern paper, pretty much you can do with vinyl. Here is the thing, it's harder to white out over vinyl than it is patterned paper. So bear that in mind, that you're gonna have to really push down on the white out. So if you're using colorful boxes or something, so if your colorful box was right here, what I would do instead is mount that box onto extra sticker paper so that you didn't see the sticker underneath, just to make sure, because sometimes the whiteout doesn't really adhere, and any little, like you can see here, I'm rubbing that off, it'll just rub off. So bear that in mind when you're putting your boxes on top of your design. Double up the paper, double up the box paper. I hope that makes sense. All right, that's just a couple of ways that you can use vinyl in your spreads other than just cutting it on your Cricut. I hope this helped. If you found it useful, then give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and maybe consider sharing this video with a friend just so that they can see what the possibilities are with the cheap Dollar Tree vinyl or any vinyl. It could also be the shelf liners that you get in the household section. Same thing applies. You can do exactly the same stuff that you've already done that I've shown you with this. All right, I hope that helps. Let me know if you would like to see other videos like this where I show you some uses that you can use for these random things that you'll pick up at Dollar Tree or just random office supplies. Let me know what you want to see down below in the comments. All right, I will see you next time. Bye.